You support affirmative action?
Yes, I do.
And so blacks need affirmative action?
Blacks need more affirmative action. I agree. Yeah.
You don't think my country's coming back?
No, not until blacks get more money, man. They under 50,000 a year.
Why do you, so you think it's not coming back until blacks get more money?
Yep. Because there's truck driving jobs. There's
Yeah.
tons of manufacturing jobs. There's tons of jobs out there where you don't have to have no experience. That's one thing that I learned from my uncles and my father, not to make excuses and to get up every day. My dad always tell me early to bed, early to rise, makes
Yeah.
a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
That's right.
No excuses, y'all.
Good morning, Frederick. Welcome to the show.
All right. The country's gone, man. I don't think it's coming back for you.
You don't think my country's coming back?
No, not until blacks get more money, man. They under 50,000 a year.
Why do you, so you think it's not coming back until blacks get more money?
Yep.
How will it come back if the blacks get more money?
Because it says that white Americans hold 84% of the money, and they only make up 60% of the population.
But how
and
will
if
it
they
come?
got all the money, why is the world a third world country? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Jeff.
right. How would it come back though if the blacks got more money?
Because they wouldn't have to go out and try to sell drugs or steal and rob, as there was better jobs if affirmative action was truly working and not helping the females get ahead. Affirmative action has promoted the females so past the white men that they so beta now. And the women are running to the black men.
And so who gonna give the blacks more money? Where they gonna get it from?
The women voters are going Democrat, and they got compassion, and they seeing all this stuff y'all doing. And the women plus the blacks, hey, some women control their men and how they vote. So the majority's taken. It's not coming back to the Republican side at all. They have a handle on their women. Go ahead.
So the women will be giving the women will be giving blacks money, and once they get the money, that's when things got to get better. You saying?
Yes, they're going to change the laws. I believe they're going to change the laws to make it better for American people here and stop wasting the Federal Reserve money overseas.
And how?
There's no way that we can have poverty.
How would they change the laws from what to what?
From our manufacturing jobs being in China, the main people we owe, and we're bringing home and have our inmates doing large amount of time for pedophilia and sex crimes instead of slap on the wrist, and let them grow the marijuana and legalize it and let us profit off. We spend $150 billion a year on drugs to other countries.
So you think
that's not the black population?
You think the women gonna make the change for the good?
They have to. The white man is not standing up in this country no more. They laying down. They're using drugs. They're addicted. They overdosing on Narcan. The women can't look to them for security. So what else is going to happen?
So you're saying that the black men and women going to be looking to the woman for help?
No, we're going to go to the booth. We're going to be politicians. You see that black man in Chicago? There's more black people going into politics.
Is that a good thing?
Country coming back. Yeah.
So there are more black people going into politics, and you say that's a good thing.
More unions.
You say that's a good thing, but yet when blacks get into politics, all hell break loose. They destroy everything.
They've never even been in there deep. You can't say that because it's not even been proven. Obama was president, but the politicians that make the law was just trying to repeal everything and block him anyway. Make sure he was a one-term president. That's not progress.
Did things get better when the fallen Messiah Obama was there, or did they get worse?
They got better.
They got better?
Yes, from when Bush left and Banks and the recession was in, Obama pulled us out of that recession and the falling markets in 2008. Yes, he did. Things got better.
Amazing.
Medicare.
So then
Amazing, I know, right?
why
We
do
forget
most
about stuff
black
like that.
people say that things got worse for them under Barack Obama because they no
Things
longer
always been worse
they-
for black people.
they-
They never made over 50,000.
they were no longer under Barack Obama. They were not
The median
able to
income.
work. They were not able to work or anything. Why do
every
most
president.
black feel that Obama was the worst? They were stunned because they thought that he was going to do more for them.
I know they was some, but once the Republicans wouldn't let him, and he had an executive order everything, I mean, it got hard for him. I mean, that's where the racism grew. That's where Trump came to power. That's when they thought they could save the country, and he got in there and he left worse shape than he came in.
And what is
and I'm just
racism?
saying, him getting locked up.
What is racism?
What is racism?
Yeah, you said that's when racism got worse.
That's when they say that he was a Muslim and not born in America.
But what is racism?
What is racism? Racism is when a group of people in power don't like a minority group.
And so
and
you're
keep
saying
them
that the
oppressed
blacks
on purpose.
you're saying that the blacks are racist because they don't like the whites.
No, I'm saying the whites was racist because they didn't like Obama.
But are you saying that the blacks that are in power are racist because they don't like the whites?
Excuse me? Huh? No, the blacks that's in power now had to run because they wasn't getting treated with respect and making over 50,000 a year as a black population.
What was wrong with them that they couldn't take care of themselves?
They were descendants of slaves.
That's why they couldn't take
Not
care
too
of
long
themselves.
ago. I mean, if you got to get a job and they're not hiring, they needed stuff like affirmative action to make white folks hire them.
Because they didn't know how to create their own jobs. They needed the white people to hire them.
They didn't have no money to create a job. How do you create money out of no job?
So they needed the white
If no
man.
one would give you a job,
So
how
the
do you
black-
create money from slavery?
Are you saying that the black man needed the white man to hire him so he can take care of himself?
Get some money, yeah.
Because he was
That's
unable
right.
to, because he was incapable of doing it for himself.
He was capable of doing the work. He wasn't capable of buying the supplies he needed to do
Right.
the job.
He was not capable.
Yeah, because he was a slave. He used
So
to do all,
he was not
he learned all the skills.
He was not, the black
Yeah,
man
you
wasn't.
know how it goes, man.
So
You
you
just really
no, I
think
just
you
want to
give your
understand
country
you, Frederick. You're saying that the
Okay.
black man is not capable of doing it for himself. He needs the white man to give him a job so he can do it, right?
What kind of job can he have with no land?
No,
no
I'm
property,
asking.
and
That's
can't
what
feed
you're
himself?
saying, right? You're saying that, right?
No, I'm saying anybody that doesn't have a job is going to need help.
So you're saying that the
feed
black
themselves.
man,
The
Need
white
the
man
white
too,
man
on Skid
to-
Row out here.
you're saying that the black man needs the white man to give him a job
Anybody
so
that
he
has no
can-
money.
so he can take care of himself, right? Because he was
Yeah,
a slave.
Anybody that's unemployed and have no money. White man, Mexican man, Chinese man.
Frederick,
if you have no money, you're
Frederick,
going to need help
Frederick.
getting on
Hey,
your feet.
Frederick. Hey, are you saying that about the black man?
White man. No, the white man.
But you said the white man is controlling everything. He doesn't need the black man to give him
The
anything.
white people are broke now, too. They need the white man, too.
So what's the black
You don't
man?
think whites are in poverty?
What's the black man excuse?
Right now, it's a wage gap. That's why we have black politicians strengthening the union so we can get more money from the capitalism that's
And you support
hoarding the
affirmative.
money and not spending it.
You support affirmative action,
Yes, I do.
and so blacks need affirmative action
Blacks need more affirmative action. I agree. Yeah.
because they're incapable of doing it for themselves. So they need the white man to give them affirmative action.
If that's what you want to call it, I don't know.
No, I'm
But
asking
we
you.
can- we
Are
can-
you
they
saying,
can get it.
Frederick? Are you
Yeah.
saying that because the black man is incapable of doing it himself, he need affirmative action?
No, if he wants to do it a legal way, he needs affirmative action.
But
If he wants to
otherwise,
stand
he
out
would.
in front of somebody's house and hold them ransom or extort the neighborhood, like y'all leave from, that's what it's going to come to. Do you want
And
blacks
so
in the
you're
neighborhood
saying that
extortion?
if the white man didn't give him affirmative action, he going to commit crime?
That's what's happening. Yes, that's why. That's exactly.
And what
They don't have
wrong?
the money.
What's wrong with the blacks? That if the white
Nothing
man,
wrong with the blacks. They being bird fed by the whites. They broke. 50,000 is poverty. All blacks own 4% of the wealth in America.
and
4%.
whose fault is it?
That's the white man's fault.
Amazing. And so,
Amazing.
and
You
so,
do the math. You
and
do
so,
the math and
Frederick,
think about it.
Frederick, prior to the
Yes.
civil rights movement, blacks were taking care of themselves. They were
No,
buying
they wasn't.
land.
No, they wasn't.
They were going to black universities. Those that wanted
No,
to
they
go to
wasn't.
college, they were starting
they
their
wasn't.
own business. Why were the blacks capable then, but not now?
They wasn't buying their own lands. They were sharecroppers living on the farmers' farms and these houses, working on the farmers'
All of
farms
them?
after slavery.
All of
Most
them.
of them in the South, yes,
Oh.
until they can save up enough
But you're
money to
lying
move.
because
my mother's from Arkansas,
my family member.
Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Dugard.
Hold on, Frederick. Calm down. I have my hold right now. Frederick,
Yes, sir.
my family member bought land. I have one aunt. She and her husband bought buku land prior to the civil rights movement, and they had a whole truckload of children, and all the children went to college, and some start businesses. I have a good friend who his folks had a bunch of babies. They had land. They
Yes,
they
what
became
year did they buy that
doctors
land?
and lawyers and all that. What I would recommend is, and I
What year did they
understand,
buy that land?
I understand that you don't know this because you've been listening to the lie from the other black.
If it was before
But
1865,
what I
they couldn't own it.
recommend that you watch Uncle Tom too, and they'll
I've
show
seen that
you.
movie.
They'll show you the truth about how blacks were then, when they didn't rely on anyone but God and the family, and how they are
Right.
today now that they have black leadership.
It's
All right.
all good. I understand.
Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate you, man.
I didn't get to answer a biblical question.
What?
Yeah.
Why do you hate the person you idolize?
First off, I don't hate anyone. I think love is the key. So idolizing someone is wrong because that's putting expectations on people.
No, the question
So,
is
I'm a
why do
double negative.
Frederick, hate the person you idolize?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that question don't pertain to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that's a double negative for me. I don't idolize and I don't hate.
All right.
But I appreciate answering your question.
I appreciate
Thank
you
you, Jesse.
too. You're welcome, buddy. And
All
I'll
right, you
put
have a
my
great
2
day.
cents in on Sunday.
All right, tell Hank in Nick Stream I said hello,
All right. They can hear you.
and we welcome Hassan back. All right.
He'll be back soon. Thank you. So the black man need the white man to give them a job, affirmative action, in order for them to overcome. What a sad commentary. Isn't that amazing? And I've said over and over and over and over again that black people believe that white people are superior to them. They literally believe that. And then they blame the whites for them believing that. And that's why they call the white man white supremacy, because in their mind, they are convinced that white people are superior to them. And then when you see how they deal with things, even when they vote for their little stupid black politicians, all the black politicians do is destroy it. They don't make it better. And they vote for black over every time. And they make it worse. And it just proves even more so that the white man is superior to them. It wasn't always that way, I got to tell you that. When black people were in control of their own lives, They didn't have black leadership. They didn't have another human over them. They have family. They knew it was a spiritual battle. They didn't hate the white man. They didn't blame the white man, so they were not victims. They did quite well in America. And had not the so-called civil rights leader movement come along, I believe that black people would be fine today. There would not be this separation from race, this split, divided race thing. Blacks wouldn't be fighting for free stuff, affirmative action, and all that. They wouldn't be going through all that because they were independent. They would be on their own today because they wouldn't have black leadership using them for power and money for themselves by crying racism, which doesn't exist, and keeping the blacks in darkness. They would not have perverted history and make the blacks believe 150 years later it's because of slavery. Sean, my producer, said, Victimhood, a rough neighborhood to hang out in. That's for sure. If you want to live in the hood, live in Victimhood. Nice. Devon.
Hey, JLP.
Hey, Devon.
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
Today? Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Wanted to chime in about your last caller, man. I know he's over there, sounding like his mom probably. But anyways, the main thing he was talking about was, as black people in poverty and making under $50,000 a year. There's really no excuse for that because, there's truck driving jobs. There's tons of manufacturing jobs. There's tons of jobs out there where you don't have to have no experience. They'll train you, pay you for training. So there really isn't no excuse out there. It's just people are lazy. I know tons of people that I've talked to several times, and I can't find a job. I don't know what to do next. And I'll give them all the information of what to do. There's tons of government programs out there. Union. I know they have some unions and, labor groups, the construction and plumbing and, like even in South Carolina right now, you can go to school for free to become an electrician, to do plumbing and construction right now. My cousin is doing that currently right now in South Carolina. So there's really, I know other states are doing similar things like that, but at the end of the day, as long as people are in that victimhood, they just, they don't want to let it go. I wanted to chime in on one other thing, too.
Let me just say, and then I'll let you say that. It's amazing how you're right about jobs everywhere, man. But instead of focusing on that, they'd rather be complaining. They'd rather be blaming. They'd rather be begging. They believe the lie that somebody's holding them back. It's ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. And then if you try to tell them, no, wake up. The jobs are there. You can do it on your own. You don't need the white man. They don't want to hear that. They'd rather believe a lie than to be free.
Definitely. I really could tell when he started the conversation. For me, I know that I've learned not to get frustrated about these kind of things.
Yes.
Doing the silent prayer and just staying focused on God's plan and not trying to make my own plan.
Yes, sir.
And it's been amazing for me, man. Like I ask for, I have questions and I get, I might not get the answer right when I want it, but I get it when I need it.
Yeah.
And one other thing, I had sent something to the producers. It was the debate with the Chicago mayor. The main, I don't know if they were the fundraisers or I don't know, but the two people or two companies or what organizations that they had promoted on the debate for that Chicago debate was the League of Women Voters and the League of Women Voters of Chicago. That was the main two, except the channel, the Univision or whatever channel was promoting the debate, which I thought was hilarious. And then they even had a list of all the liberal different organizations that were at the debate. So it just shows you the truth behind who's in control of the Democrats and who's the main people that vote and push the vote for the Democrats. And I listened to some of the debate, but you were right about that. The guy, the white mayor that was trying to run, he was pretty much saying, I want to fill these Chicago police officers. I want to put officers on all the public transportation, and they didn't even vote for him. And now, here in the next year or two, watch what happens. It's going to, be even worse than New York and how their problems are.
It really is, man. It's going to be pure hell. But the blacks keep voting for the blacks like this, and because they're blind and they just can't see. It's crazy that they're suffering and they can't see that it's because of the wrong people that they're voting in, that they're suffering in a physical way. They won't see it. It's just they love their misery.
Amen. If I can just say one more thing, I was just going to say that my father, a black man in the South, he went to the military. He's been retired from the military for over 20 years. He's been working ever since he left the military. Yeah. All my uncles have, pretty much either worked their whole life or have their own business. They didn't have their father in their life, and they ain't make no excuse about it. So that's one thing that I learned from my uncles and my father, not to make excuses and to get up every day. My dad always tell me, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise.
That's right.
So, no excuses, y'all.
That's what I was trying to. You're welcome,
Mm-hmm.
man. But that's what I was trying to tell that caller. When I was growing up, because he was like, where will you be if this had happened? I'm like, I'll be right where I'm at right now, because I wasn't taught to be a victim. I wasn't taught to have someone give me something before I can do for myself. It's still not a part of my nature. It's not in me to think and feel that way. And when things get rough, I get rough with it. Go through it, deal with it. And the blacks used to do that, man, as you just said about your family. They used to be that way. That's gone now.
I know.
What a mess.
Hopefully, I just pray and hopefully be one day just be a mentor or be a symbol or just try to lead the path and just follow my own path, and hopefully somebody watch it,
Yes, sir. Be that example. Absolutely. Thank you, man. Amazing call. I appreciate that.
God bless you. Thank you.
You too. Stay with it. Stay with it. You ain't seen nothing yet. It gets better, buddy.